This is the story of my life. In 2014, when I was with my mother, I asked my mother that, where is my father? My mother told me that they have separated before I was born. I said, okay, can I know my father? My mother told me that, okay, there is no problem. When there is time to know my father, she will show me my father. Later, my mother told me that there is no money to send me to school. I said, no, I want to go to school. I started pressuring my mother every single day. So my mother called my father, maybe he can send me to school. After some weeks, my father called back and said that he will send me to school, but I must stay with him. When I first heard this news, I was so happy that at last I will go to school. In another way, I'm not happy because my mother already told me that my father stay in the north Nigeria. And in the north, there's much problem in the north. So my mother told my father that he will talk to me. Maybe I can stay with him.
Yeah. Nochmal.
In June 21, 2014, I left my mother in Lagos. In the second day, on the 22nd, my father received me at the park in Kano. I was so happy because this is the first time I saw my father since I was born. That day is one of the happiest days of my life. One week later, my father asked me, which religion am I doing? I told my father that I'm a good Christian. My father said that it's not think it can possible. If I want to stay with him, I must be a Muslim because he's a Muslim. I said no. That day, I thought my father was joking with me about the religion. After some weeks later, my father invited some of his friends to our house to come and talk to me about the issue. But I refused to listen to them. From that day, my father changed his behaviors to me. When I see this, I call my mother. I explain everything, that my father wants me to change to Muslim. But my mother told me that I must listen to my father. And this is the father I'm asking for since all these years. I said, no, I can't change. After some months, my father arranged some group. I don't know them, some people, maybe group, maybe people, I don't even know them. They came to our house, took me away to one house in the bush. They tied my hand, tied my leg, covered my face, started to beat me. They told me that I must listen to my father. I must listen to what my father was saying. But I said no, I refused to listen to them. One fateful night, I told one of those groups that I want to toilet. He told me that I must toilet where I am. So I begged him, please, I can't toilet here, please, can you let me go outside? After some minutes, he said, okay. So he followed me to the bush. And started to wash me. After some minutes, when I saw him that he was sleeping, I ran into the bush. Continue to run. Continue to run. Maybe they are following me. So I spent a day in the bush. The next day, I saw one road. So I started to follow this road about 4 hours. After 4 hours, I saw one bus that coming to my way. I started to run behind this bus, started shouting, help me, help me, help me. I stopped this bus and they asked me, where am I coming from? I said, someone is after me and I lost. One of those people asked me, that they told them that maybe I'm from terrorist group. I said, no, I'm not a terrorist group. I'm a good Christian. They told me to come inside the bus. But before, they told me that they are going to Niger, our neighbor country. I said, okay, no problem. I will follow them. I followed them. That night, we get to Niger. I sleep with them. The next day, I asked them that, can I stay with them for the meantime? They said, no problem, but I must walk because they can't feed me. When my body was a little bit okay, after 1 week, I started working in the market for 3 months before I met one guy. His name is Mahmoud. Me and Mahmoud, we are working in the market before Mahmoud told me that if I don't mind, I should follow him to Libya. I said, okay, but before I must follow him, I must tell the people that I'm staying with to know that I want to follow someone to Libya. So when I got back home, those people told me that, okay, there's no problem, but I must be careful because Libyan people, they are not good. I said, okay, God will help me. So we entered the bus from Niger to Libya. From Niger to Libya, we spent 4 days in the desert before we got to Libya. When I got to Libya, God helped me. I seen one Arab man that wanted me to work for him. I told him that I'm a Christian. He said, no problem about that. He said, you will pay me 500 dinars. I started working for this man for 5 months. But this man was so nice to me. In 2015, when the ISIS killed some Egyptian Christians in Libya, this man told me that it's not safe for me to stay in Libya because I'm a Christian. So he gave me some money with my salary to cross to Italy. I prepare myself to cross. I stay in the camp for 1 week because those people that want to push us in the sea told us that they are waiting for weather to clear. So we wait for 1 week. After 1 week, they collect $1,000 from each person. So they told us to pray because they says whether you die on the sea or you make it. So everybody's pray. After that, they push us in the sea. We spent 4 days on the sea before we see one helicopter come to our way, took us a picture like 3 times before we see rescue. God, I thank you for the grace that you give me to be alive. Because when I'm crossing, I saw some people that are dying. I saw some little child, 3-month-old baby, that died on the sea. I thank you, God, for the grace that you give me. I'm not pure more than them, but you give me the grace to be alive at this moment. That is why I tell my story to you people, to know what I've been through, to know the death that I faced before I get to Germany here. We just see some people at the road, some people are crying inside. They don't know how to express themselves to another people. But this is the life, this is the death I faced before I got to Libya, and God helped me. I made it. Now, I'm going to school in Germany.